This meeting is being held in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, and adequate notice of the meeting has been provided as required by law. Certain portions of it may be closed to the public for the purpose of personnel and or other matters as outlined in the Sunshine Law. Decisions made and or discussed in closed session will be known to the public at a future time. All contracts awarded by the mayor and council must comply with the affirmative action requirements of Public Law 1975, Chapter 127. Fire exits are located in the directions I'm indicating. If you are alerted for a fire, please move in a calm and orderly manner to the nearest smoke-free exit. A notice to the governing body and members of borough staff: any use of electronic devices during this meeting shall be used solely for the purposes of borough business, and any communications are subject to the Open Public Records Act. On roll call, Councilman Connolly.
Present.
Councilman Johnson.
Here.
Councilman Signorello.
Here.
Councilman Urbina.
Here.
Councilwoman Bellomo is absent. Mayor Signorello is absent. Acting Mayor Petrosky.
Here.
5 members present. Acting Mayor, you have a quorum.
Thank you. Mr. Clerk, please lead us in the opening prayer and follow with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Eternal God, grant us thy help in all our duties and perplexities. We ask for thy guidance. Give us thy protection in our dangers and sorrows. Grant us thy peace. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the
flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, communications. There were no communications for consideration for this meeting. Proclamation and presentation. We're going to have Father Jim on his retirement from the Church of Assumption. So, please, could I have everyone come up? Mike, you want to come up?
No.
Okay, we're here tonight to honor Father Jim from the Assumption Church. I remember when he first came, and it was a great relief to have him. A lot of things got done. We kept up with the St. Anthony's feast, and you know, like I said, we're sorry to see him go, but we're also happy that he's going to have retirement and enjoy it. So, on behalf of Mayor and Council, we'd like to give you this proclamation. Ray, you want to, since you were the former Grand Knight, I'll let you.
All right. Proclamation recognizing the service of Father James Spearer. Whereas Father James Spearer was assigned as pastor of Church of the Assumption within Roselle Park, New Jersey on July 1st, 2010, and whereas during his time as pastor, Father James Spearer serves as chaplain for the Roselle Park Fire Department, Knights of Columbus Council 3240, and Catholic War Veterans Post 666. And whereas also during his time as pastor, Father James Spearer oversaw many projects including the restoration of the Church Assumption buildings and grounds, the vitalization of the annual Feast of St. Anthony, the opening of parish space for support and self-help groups, and the faithful and thoughtful attendance of the Borough of Roselle Park community events, activities, and government meetings. And whereas Father James Spearer has faithfully served as a Roman Catholic priest within the Archdiocese of Newark for 45 years, and whereas Father James Spearer has been named Pastor Emeritus by the Archbishop of the Archdiocese of Newark for outstanding service rendered to the Church of the Assumption since 2010, and the Archdiocese of Newark as a whole throughout the entirety of his career. And whereas Father James Spearer intends to retire from his service, and the Borough of Roselle Park wishes to recognize his contributions to the local community and the community of faith. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that I, Joe Signorello III, Mayor of the Borough of Roselle Park, in the County of Union in the state of New Jersey, do hereby proclamate thanks and appreciation to Father James Spearer for his tireless dedication to the Church of the Assumption and the community of Roselle Park during his time as pastor. And we wish him a long, happy, healthy, and well-deserved retirement. Congratulations.
Well, thank you very much, and I want to acknowledge the presence of my brother Knights of Columbus and members of the fire department. The Bible tells us that there's a time for everything, and there's a time to retire, and I'm grateful for that. But I also want to offer my gratitude to the borough, because my 12 years here have been extraordinary. They've been just wonderful. Just the family sense that exists here within this community. It's a real family, not just. We're not just residents, we're not just citizens, we are a family. And how beautiful it is that we've been able to bring people together to enjoy each other's company and to build up this community. I'm grateful for the town leadership, because it is servant leadership that makes a difference in a community. And there are so many wonderful men and women who have given of themselves, and to all of them, my gratitude. And as I like to think about retirement, my dad used to say when he retired, I was busier in retirement than I was ever when I worked. And so I'm expecting the same. So thank you very much, and God bless all.
Okay, and also, everyone should remember COVID. And it wasn't easy, but you get the parish together and everything like that. So my hands are going free.
That's all right.
Okay, approval of minutes from the regular meeting on June 2nd, 2022. May I have a motion to approve meetings and minutes pending corrections?
So move. Second.
Okay, he's gonna do it. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion, bills, and payrolls are not read and passed for payment. May I have a motion that bills and payrolls be not read and passed for payment?
So move. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, public portion. May I have a motion to open the public portion of the agenda items only?
So move. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. If you would like to speak, please come forward to the microphone and state your name and address and for the record. May I have a motion? Oh, does anyone? Seeing nobody, may I have a motion to close the public portion on agenda items only?
So move. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, reports of departments. Engineer, John Mealy.
Thank you, Acting Mayor. Members of the board. So over the last few weeks, we've made a fair amount of progress with some drainage issues we've had in town, some utility issues, some road issues. I'm continuing to work with our Superintendent of Public Works and our Building Department, Code Enforcement, and obviously Andrew and many of you up here. And we've made some strides. We have a good number of projects that are going to be kicking off, some road resurfacing on those areas that have been trenched by the utility companies, primarily gas and water. That's scheduled tentatively, knock wood, for August. It's kind of subject to change with weather and things, but that's our game plan. We've been having a number of conference calls and Teams meetings and things of that nature, but there's also some ongoing work with the utilities as well. There's been some progress with catch basin repairs and sinkholes and things of that nature. We were able to retain a qualified contractor and even went shopping a little bit and saved some money by doing so with the help of Andrew and our superintendent of public works, of course. I weighed in a little bit on that. We're making some progress on receiving the sanitary sewer reports from Merck in a timely manner, so we should be turning them around real quick. So we got one more month to receive, and then we could get that next quarterly bill out. So things are getting more and more efficient. We've already incorporated a few ordinance updates, and there will likely be more. The slate for the land use board seems to be filling in pretty well, and at any given opportunity when the applicants are before the board, we try to capitalize on that to try to better the site frontages and some of the nuisance things that may have been going on for a number of years. So it's kind of a win-win for all parties as they're investing in the properties and making those enhancements. So there's also some other things going on in town which we could speak about offline with enhancements and things that are being done with some public facilities. So there's some ongoing conversations there, and there's also some drainage improvements that some of you might be aware of that we're looking to try to handle in-house rather than going out to bid. And as many of you know, there's shortfalls in materials, there's backlogs with contractors, and with that high demand, they tend to get a little pricey. So by having a good workforce in-house that can handle some repairs or enhancements of drainage things or parks, things of that nature, I'm able to work with them, do a little conceptual plan, and give them direction on exactly how much they need to get the job done. And that's a summary of my report.
Does anyone have anything for our engineer?
It may not be in your category, but as far as the bridge, the process of that, I'm getting a lot of,
About the closed bridge.
Yeah, about
that's
the
a
closed
county
bridge.
project.
I know, that's what, maybe you might have some information that I might.
As far as the timeline,
Next year?
it's going to be some time. Those bridges, they take a while. And I mean, it's down, and I could certainly inquire on how it's going, how it's kicking off. We have a number of things to talk to the county about. So that actually would be a beautiful segue to kind of pick your brain a little bit about the bridge and segue into some other little things that we're looking to have them do, whether it be some concrete work here or some tree trimming there. We'll see if we could circle around and tackle a couple ends.
I appreciate your answer. But I just want that out on record that, that I asked that question because I'm hearing this all the time, and I know a lot of my colleagues have been probably getting questions about it. I just want that.
So I can help out just a bit. It seems like there's a little slowdown going on.
Yeah.
So the electric utility company has done a lot of work. That's what kind of slowed down stuff. So they were moving the poles so they can get back to the excavation and proper installment of the removal and installing the bridge. So that's what's been. It seemed like it stopped, but the electric company's basically been doing some work.
I just wanted that out on record that we were all informing them, and thank you for your answer there.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Can I have a motion to accept the reports from the departments?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ordinance for second reading, Mr. Clerk, please read ordinance number 2687 by title.
Yes, Mayor. Ordinance 2687 is an ordinance for second reading and public hearing, an ordinance amending Chapter 7, Section 40, subsection 1, paragraphs A and C of the Code of the Borough of Roselle Park, entitled Parking Meters, Fees, and Holidays, and Municipal Parking Lot Number 1.
May I have a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance number 2687?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Okay, anyone that would like to speak on ordinance number 2687? May I have a motion to close the public hearing on ordinance number 2687?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
May I have a motion to adopt ordinance number 2687?
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Any questions? Andrew, could you give us the roll call? Sure.
Councilman Connolly.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Signorello.
Yes.
Councilman Ravina.
Yes.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
5 votes in the affirmative, acting mayor. The ordinance is adopted.
Okay. Mr. Clerk, please read ordinance number 2688 by title.
Yes, sir. Ordinance 2688 is an ordinance for second reading and public hearing, an ordinance amending ordinance number 2670, fixing the salary ranges of non-union employees and officials of the Borough of Roselle Park in the County of Union, State of New Jersey.
May I have a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance number 2688?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Seeing nobody, may I have a motion to close the public hearing on ordinance number 2688?
So moved.
Second.
May I have all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. May I have a motion to adopt ordinance number 2688?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions?
You want to give some background on it, Andrew?
On the salary ranges?
Well, just on the ordinance itself. I
You-
forgot to ask that on 2687 as well.
The background on ordinance 2688 is updating the salary ranges. Certain salary ranges we are increasing based off of the increased services that we're providing. So those employees, some of that dovetails into the resolutions that are on the agenda right now. Other employees, we are transitioning them from hourly employees to salaried or stipend employees. So that's generally the background of the ordinance.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Roll call, Andrew, please.
Yes, sir. Councilman Connolly.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Signorello.
Yes.
Councilman Ravina.
Yes.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
5 votes in the affirmative, the ordinance is adopted.
Mr. Clerk, please read ordinance number 2689 by title.
Yes, sir. Ordinance 2689 is an ordinance for second reading and public hearing, an ordinance amending Chapter 2, Section 24, subsection 24.9 of the Code of the Borough of Roselle Park entitled Off-Duty Police Services and Equipment requested by private individuals.
May I have a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance number 2689?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
May I have
Anyone?
anyone interested in saying anything about this order, 2689? Seeing nobody, may I have a motion to close the public hearing on ordinance number 2689?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, may I have a motion to adopt, first of all, is there any questions?
No, you need a motion first.
Okay, may I have a motion to adopt ordinance number 2689?
So moved.
Second.
Is there any questions? Bill, can you give us a roll call?
Miss.
Yes. Councilman Connolly.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Signorello.
Yes.
Councilman Ravina.
Yes.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
5 votes in the affirmative, the ordinance is adopted.
Okay, next is the ordinance for introduction. Mr. Clerk, please read ordinance number 2690 by title.
Yes, Mayor. Ordinance 2690 is an ordinance for introduction, an ordinance to exceed the municipal budget appropriation limits and establish a cap bank for calendar year 2022 pursuant to NJSA 48:4-45.14.
May I have a motion to approve ordinance number 2690 for introduction and fix the date for second reading and public hearing on July 21st, 2022?
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Mr. Clerk, please call the roll, please.
Councilman Connolly.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Signorella.
Yes.
Councilman Robina.
Yes.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
5 votes in the affirmative, the ordinance is introduced.
Mr. Clerk, please read ordinance number 2691 by title.
Yes, Mayor. Ordinance 2691 is an ordinance for introduction, an ordinance amending Chapter 7, Section 11 of the Code of the Borough of Roselle Park entitled Stopping or Standing Prohibited during certain hours on certain streets pursuant to New Jersey Department of Transportation Traffic Regulation Order RP 2022-12 NSOS issued May 20th, 2022.
May I have a motion to approve ordinance number 2691 for introduction and fix the date and second reading on public hearing as on July 21st, 2022?
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Seeing none, Mr. Clerk, please call the roll, please.
Councilman Connolly.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Signorella.
Yes.
Councilman Robina.
Yes.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
5 votes in the affirmative, Mayor. The ordinance is introduced. All matters listed with an asterisk are considered to be routine and non-controversial by the council and will be approved by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a member of the governing body so requests, in which case the item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda as part of the general orders. Resolutions are as follows. Resolution 15822 is authorizing the borough clerk to auction unclaimed vehicles. Resolution 15922 is authorizing renewal of alcoholic beverage control license number 2015-31-17-1, American Legion Post 60 Inc., doing business as American Legion Post 60 Inc. for the 2022-2023 licensing term. Resolution 16022 is transferring Nikki Kelly to the position of Assistant Recreation Director. Resolution 16122 is transferring Laura Bundy to the position of Assistant Recreation Director. Resolution 16222 is setting the 2022 salary of Melanie Cantor as Program Enterprise Clerk. Resolution 16322 is setting the hourly rate for high school counselors for calendar year 2022. Resolution 16422 is setting the hourly rate for college counselors for calendar year 2022. Resolution 16522 is increasing the salary of John Ranieri as Recreation Director. Resolution 16622 is increasing the salary of John Ranieri as After School Program Director. Resolution 16722 is authorizing self-examination of the 2022 municipal budget. Resolution 16822 is authorizing introduction of the 2022 municipal budget. Resolution 16922 is increasing the salary of Joseph E. Kopp III as fire official. Resolution 17022 is increasing the salary of Richard J. Villain as Chief Fire Inspector. Resolution 17122 is increasing the salary of Todd Literati as Fire Prevention Inspector. Resolution 17222 is ratifying and affirming the actions of the Chief Administrative Officer and instituting a layoff action, including 2 Fire Prevention Inspector positions within the Bureau of Fire Prevention. Resolution 17322 is accepting the resignation of Jackie Nolow as the chairperson of the Environmental Commission. Resolution 17422 is authorizing an agreement with the County of Union for the Borough of Roselle Park's use of the Union County Leaf Conservation Center for the purpose of leaf composting for the period April 1st, 2022 through March 31st, 2023. Resolution 17522 is granting permission for the public display of fireworks by Celebration Fireworks, Inc. in connection with the Borough of Roselle Park's 2022 Independence Day celebration in conformity with Section 5601.2.4.3 of the Fire Code of the State of New Jersey, International Fire Code of 2015. Resolution 17622 is approving the submission of a grant application and authorizing the mayor and borough clerk to execute a grant contract with the New Jersey Department of Transportation for improvements to Dalton Street and Myrtle Avenue. Resolution 17722 is accepting the resignation of Gina Antonucci from the Recreation Committee. Resolution 17822 is accepting the resignation of Eileen Antonucci from the Recreation Committee. Resolution 17922 is appointing April A. McNeil to the position of Parking Enforcement Officer. Resolution 18022 is appointing Emily Gonyu as the Borough of Roselle Park's agent for the Sustainable Jersey Municipal Certification Program. Resolution 18122 is appointing Keith T. Muller to the position of Shade Tree Bucket Operator. Resolution 18222 is authorizing renewal of alcoholic beverage control license number 33-913 to Oldie Dowlings LLC, doing business as Dowlings Irish Pub and Restaurant for the 2022-2023 licensing term. Resolution 18322 is authorizing the treasurer to issue one check totaling $737.80 payable to one lien holder on one property and one check totaling $1,600 from the tax collector's premium account. And Resolution 18422 is appointing Thomas Schwartz as a member of the Roselle Park Fire Department.
Do any members wish to have any items removed from the consent agenda?
168.
I'll keep track.
I'd like to pull 18422. Okay.
I'd like to pull 180.
180? Any other ones?
Yeah, 176.
Okay, may I have a motion to approve the resolution remaining on the consent agenda?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
168.
I need a motion for 16822.
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Nope, they're gonna discuss it.
Oh, okay.
And it's
Okay.
okay.
Okay, discussion?
So, Acting Mayor, I just want to say thank you for your hard work, and my compadre Greg there, and all mayor and council, the mayor and Andrew and Ken for doing a wonderful job on improving this budget. I fell out of my chair in the beginning when Ken said how much it was going to be, and then where he got it down to. I'm proud to be part of this team, on this dais, of having this budget, and I think I started paying my first taxes in '85, and it's a pleasure to see the tax increase where we have, and proud of the last 4 years of keeping services and keeping the taxes low. Thank you so much, everybody across the board. That's all I have to say.
As chairman of the budget committee, I want to thank my committee, Councilman at Large Joe Signorello II, and Councilman Greg Johnson. But I also want to thank Ken, our CFO, and Andrew. I appreciate all you did. We heard different things back and forth, and as Councilman at Large said, when I got the call, the final call, I was real happy with the number, and from what I was told, it's the lowest since 2000. Is that right? So I was proud to be a part of that committee. So I want to thank my committee, and again, I want to thank Andrew and Ken and also the department heads, which
Yes.
they came together, and because I know our mayor, his goal was $50. He told me he wanted to go past that, and so I was real proud to be part of that committee. So thank you, Councilman. You have something to say?
Yeah, I'll just reserve mine for my report because I already put it in my report. I don't want to say it twice.
Okay. No problem. Okay, so I need a,
Just a roll call.
okay, roll call.
Councilman Connolly.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Absolutely, yes.
Councilman Signorella.
Yes.
Councilman Rabina.
Yes.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
5 votes in the affirmative, Mayor. The resolution is adopted.
Okay, can I have a motion for 17622?
So move.
Second.
Any discussion?
Yeah, just, Andrew, could you give us background on the grant application? What improvements we're looking at Dalton Street and Riverline?
Sure. So just as a little bit of background on the grant program, this is the annual municipal aid grant program from the state of New Jersey. In recent years, the borough has been very successful with this program. We've gone up by a factor of hundreds of thousands of dollars over the last 4 or 5 years. And we've been able to offset a lot of the funding. The most recent was Valley Road. So this year we, and just so everyone understands, there's a grant cycle. So we apply this year. The notice of award we will likely receive sometime around Thanksgiving. So obviously, we're not paving the roads over the winter. We would plan to do this next year. So similar to the previous year's application, we applied for Union Road, Maplewood Avenue, and Clay Avenue. That we will be approving through the capital budget this year, and the monies we were awarded last year we will use this year. So we're targeting Dalton Street and Myrtle Avenue for next year. These are roadway infrastructure projects. Dalton Street needs some pretty heavy work, as Councilman Johnson knows. There are aged curbs in that area. Those would be replaced with modern Belgian block curbs as opposed to the slate curbing, which is broken. Obviously, the roadway surface, inlet drains would be reset and modernized, as well as ADA curbs. Same thing would be said over for Myrtle Avenue. Now, Myrtle is a little bit newer. There's Belgian block curbs, I think, throughout, if I'm right. But at least on portions of it are modern. But because that was recently touched by the utility companies and we weren't able to secure full restoration as part of our restoration agreement with the gas company and water company, we're going to be targeting that in the future year. But similar things. It would be spot curb. It'll be complete roadway surface curb to curb. It'll be drain inlets. It will be ADA curbing, sidewalks and driveway aprons through those projects. And that's that is the grant application. We will be applying for, transparently, we will be applying for more money than we will get awarded. I would be shocked if we got the amount of money. Just Dalton Street alone, and just so the public understands, Dalton Street alone, the estimate is close to $400,000 for that one block of roadway. So these are very expensive projects, but we hope to get, part of those expensive projects offset by some state grant money coming back to the borough.
Andrew, if I could just
Sure.
add to that. Also, I just wanted the residents to be mindful that Dalton Street actually was one of the streets that was affected prior to you guys putting in the half roadways, at least, being implemented. So they have a lot of patches and blotches everywhere. Not to say that any other street isn't as significantly important. Of course, if we have, the money, we would do every street, at the same time. But unfortunately, that's not good budgeting, and that would be bad for taxpayers. So we definitely are going to address as many roadways as possible, at least while I'm sitting on here. I know that for a fact. But I just want to say thank you, Mayor, and to the Mayor, and to you, Andrew, and to the engineers for hearing me out and advocating for trying to put Dalton on there. So thank you.
Good job. Good job. Anything else? Can I have the happy
Councilman Connolly.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Signorello.
Yes.
Councilman Urbina.
Yes.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
5 votes in the affirmative, Mayor. The resolution is adopted.
Thank you. 18022, can I have a motion?
So move.
Second.
Okay, any discussion?
Yes, that's me. I just wanted to say thank you, Andrew. You know that this is a long time coming, and thank you to the mayor and whoever else found Emily to appoint her. As you know, Andrew, and are aware that I've emailed you guys on several occasions with trying to find someone to take over the Sustainable Jersey Municipal Certification Program, simply because there are so many low-bearing fruits that this municipality can take advantage of. And so when I seen you guys finally found that individual, I was blown away and astonished. So I just wanted to say again, kudos to you guys for getting that accomplished and putting this on this resolution. Thank you.
Any other?
I just wanted to say, I want to recognize it was really the Green Team and the Environmental Commission
Whoever.
identified one of their own who was willing to step up, which is a good thing because they're clearly already passionate about the types of things that the Sustainable Jersey Grant Program or the Sustainable Jersey Certification Program is all about. So hopefully they can help.
Moving forward.
Thank you guys for getting that.
Can I have a roll call?
Councilman Connolly.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Signorello.
Yes.
Councilman Urbina.
Yes.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
5 votes in the affirmative, Mayor. The resolution is adopted.
18422 is me, okay?
Need a motion.
I need a motion, please.
So move.
Second.
You almost had it.
Maybe.
I'm learning. I know Tommy Schwartz since he's a local kid, and he has grown up to be a gentleman. I had the honor to coach him in baseball, and from the beginning of the year to the end, how much he improved. And I know he's going to be an asset to the fire department as fire commissioner. I was so happy when this mother told me that he was interested in being the fireman. And I know the fire department are hurting for members, so this is great. And I thank him for stepping up to the plate, and I think he'll be an asset. So I'm glad that we'll be voting on that now.
So he's gotta get a haircut, right, Mom? So, yes, kudos, all the same.
Okay, can I have a roll call, please?
Councilman Connolly.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Signorello.
Yes.
Councilman Ravina.
Yes.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
5 votes in the affirmative, Mayor. The resolution is adopted.
Okay, okay, well, reports of borough council members. I'm going to start with Councilman Johnson.
Oh, thank you. I'm so privileged. Good evening, Mayor, Acting Mayor, Council President, Council residents. First, I would like to say congratulations to all those individuals that participated in the June 7th, 2022 primary elections. Putting oneself out there to run for public office is very difficult, taxing, and sometimes uneasy. So therefore, please allow me to say kudos to all and congratulations to those moving along towards the general election, and good luck. From June 8th through June 11th, 2022, I attended the 2022 New Jersey American Legion Convention and Parade, which was held in Wildwood, New Jersey. There were so many positive and patriotic vendors there to support military veteran needs. And I am looking forward to implementing some of those projects / endeavors in the future, especially the ones when it comes to assisting at-risk and troubled veterans. So I have future projects ahead of me, and that, so I look forward to that. Community concerns. Summer is approaching, so let us be mindful about quality of life noise concerns here in Roselle Park. Please be neighborly. Painting of the curbs concerns in the First Ward. I just wanted to advise residents that I have received several emails regarding this issue, and I wanted to assure everyone that the borough is working on addressing these problems. And thank you to all the residents that reach out to me regarding these matters. Together, we make our community safer and better. And so we got Andrew working on it. Next, I would like to take the moment in my report to reiterate that I am so proud to be a part of this year's 2022 Finance and Administrative Committee. What more can I say? This year's 2022 municipal budget is excellent. Thank you to the mayor, Ken, and Andrew for aiding the committee with getting this done. We truly could not have done this without your efforts. Thank you to our committee, Sig Jr., Chairman Petrowski, and myself, and thank you to the other elects who will be voting on passing such a historical budget. I can't see anyone voting no. This was definitely worth noting again. The lowest municipal increase in over 20 years, 21.43 cents per household, especially the way gas prices are on the rise, inflation. I think this is a positive step towards trying to alleviate the residents' pockets, at least on the municipal end, because this is just a third of the budget that is passed with the taxes and things of that nature. The school also passes a portion, and then also the county. So I think we did our end, safe to say. As for my last announcement, in celebrating Pride Month, the Roselle Park Diversity and Inclusion Committee, along with the Roselle Parks 24 and 7, will be hosting karaoke night on Wednesday, June 29th, 2022, from 7 p.m. at Aya Andorio's, which is located at 301 West Clay Ave, Roselle Park. There will be food, prize giveaways throughout the event and evening. Donations for the Roselle Park Diversity and Inclusion Committee Fall Youth Festival will be accepted, but is not mandatory to attend. So please come out and support the diversity and inclusion celebration of Pride with 24/7 at ID Oreo's Deli. Look forward to seeing everyone in the community being there. Happy Father's Day to those that are fathers this upcoming Sunday, and happy Juneteenth. Lastly, please remember, your voice matters. And as First Ward Council, I will always place the concerns of the residents within the borough first. Acting Mayor, that concludes my report.
Thank you, Councilman. Next will be Councilman Levine.
Good evening, Acting Mayor. Good evening, Roselle Park. Good evening, Collins. On June 4th, I attended the Pride flag raising event and ice cream social at the Roselle Park Veterans Memorial Library. It was also National Trails Day, so along with my family, we biked a number of our Union County trails and greenways. On the 9th, I attended the opening night of the Church of the Assumption's 22nd Annual St. Anthony's Feast. It was great to see so many residents come out to have fun, enjoy the rides, the food, the entertainment, in support of the church and their great community programs. June 10th, I joined many in our community in cheering on the Roselle Park Police Department for the Law Enforcement Torch Run for Special Olympics. Law enforcement officers from across the county participated. They came down the Walnut Street Bridge, handed off the torch to Christine Placino and the Roselle Park Police Department, and they continued down Route 28 to Phase 2, where they passed the torch to Kenilworth PD. I'd like to say thank you to the Roselle Park Police Department and all the organizations and individuals who came out to support and who have contributed to the Special Olympics. To find out more and to support, visit www.sonj.org. On June 12th, as a liaison to the Rails to Trails Advisory Committee, I met with local residents in support of Shan Riggs, an ultramarathon runner who visited our area. 62 days ago, he started his expedition in Key West, Florida, in an attempt to become the first known runner to cover the entire 3,000-mile stretch of the East Coast Greenway, a developing multi-use pathway connecting 15 states and 450 communities from Maine to Florida. That rainy Sunday morning, a group of us joined him on a small portion of his journey in eastern Union County through Cranford, Roselle, near Roselle Park, and Elizabeth along the East Coast Greenway route. Riggs is running 40 miles a day with the goal of reaching the northernmost point of the ECG in Maine later this month. Today, he made it to Hartford, Connecticut, and is 470 miles or so from Calais, Maine. Joining Riggs' bike-supported run is his partner Josh Wayne Grant. Together, they're hoping to raise $30,000 to support the East Coast Greenway lines and its mission to create safe spaces for equitable, active transportation and recreation. I'd also like to thank the Roselle Park Fire Department for supporting a fellow firefighter who was in attendance and for facilitating safe access for the group on Linden Road. The following day, Monday, June 13th, I attended the Troop 56 Scout Achievement Ceremony at the American Legion. While there's so many children out there in need of guidance and structure, it was a heartwarming moment to see these young leaders celebrate their accomplishments that have resulted in positive actions for the borough and for themselves personally. While the pandemic affected involvement and enrollment, they introduced a handful of new Eagle Scouts. If anyone is interested, please visit Boy Scout Troop 56 Roselle Park on Facebook. And earlier today, I attended the CPAG End of Year celebration at the Sensory Friendly Playground. The group is growing, and they discussed highlights throughout the year and how they've worked with the school district on more inclusion initiatives, were successful in getting a liaison on the Board of Education, and working collaboratively with the Special Services Director and the district to address important issues in our classrooms. On June 20th, we'll be having our Municipal Land Use Board meeting. The board will be memorializing a resolution for KFS Realty LLC, also known as Roselle Park Liquors and Food, on 117 West Colfax Ave, for preliminary and final site plan with a C variance to renovate the first floor of a mixed-use building and to expand the second floor for office space. A new application will also be heard for NJU Care LLC at 141 Chester Street, second floor, for preliminary and final site plan with variance to use office space originally designated as a dental office to convert to an urgent care center. And Fifth Ward residents, please note, from June 20th to June 24th, Skoda Contracting, on behalf of Elizabethtown Gas's pipeline replacement program, will be on the following blocks. Monday, Faytute Ave from Fairfield Ave to West Colfax and Kenilworth, bordering Roselle Park. Tuesday through Friday, they'll be on Filbert Street from West Colfax Ave to West Lincoln, Locust Street from West Colfax Ave to West Lincoln, Donald Place from West Colfax to West Lincoln, Wednesday only. Also happy to report the community cool down is back. As a way to provide relief from the heat during the summer last year, I collaborated with the borough and fire department officials to host events where kids and families could run together through water showers while our firefighters perform pump and water hose drills. It was great to see so many kids having fun, and I'm excited that it'll be back again this year. This year it'll be Tuesday, July 19th and July 26th, August 16th and the 23rd, again at the parking lot across from the high school at 180 West Webster Ave. It'll be from 6:30 to 7:30. And I alluded to this a couple meetings back. I had reached out to Phillips 66 Bayway Refinery on initiatives to support our community. As a result, they have generously donated $3,500 to the borough for the purchase of 6 new Chromebooks for the Casano Center to replace the old desktops. These Chromebooks will help connect our seniors with loved ones and help create additional technology programs at the Casano Center. I'm also working with Phillips 66 on additional projects to support our sensory-friendly park and ways to further improve our downtown, and should be hearing back from them sometime this fall. Over the last 2 weeks, I was in touch with Dairy Queen in Cranford, and they were nice enough to donate 100 coupons for small cones for a summer reading program. Small ice cream cone coupons are available for the first 100 kids. Roselle Park Veterans Memorial Library will be posting details soon, but kids, make sure you pick up a book or two this summer. And any businesses in the community or any business owners, Union County Means Business will be hosting a networking breakfast free of charge on Tuesday, June 28th at Kane University's Conference Center. For more information to register, visit my Facebook page or email Jeff Brooks at jeffrey.brooks@ucnj.org. If you need me, I'm only an email, text, or call away. I can be reached at 862-236-0019 and jrobina@rosellepark.net. Acting Mayor Petruski, that concludes my report. Thank you.
Councilman at Large, Sigal Hall.
Yes, a couple highlights here. Again, good job on the budget. Just like to remind folks about their grass, trim it, clean it up. I know our construction department and code enforcement have been out there trying to get people to do the right thing, warnings, fines. Please clean up your grass. We have on an agenda tonight, and we're going to be hiring a DPW tree professional tonight, which we've been hearing concerns. I'm proud to have that's going to be happening. July 1st is our fireworks.
Yes.
What's the rain date?
July 5th.
July 5th? July 5th? Just a message from my better half. July 6th, Farmers Market is opening up Wednesday. Everybody asks, why so late, why so late? And I tell everybody, you got to start growing this stuff. Things, start taking off June, and, it's not much to sell. So hopefully July 6th, we have a successful Farmers Market through Thanksgiving. I'd like to congratulate the middle school students graduated today, and the high school students will be graduating on Monday evening. I'd like to wish everybody Father's Day on Sunday. And I attended a little get-together last night with Hexacon, who's been in business in Roselle Park for 90 years. And I believe we're going to recognize them July 21st. So actually today is their 90th year today. And that's like, I knew this and I said this, that's just amazing. They're still surviving, and some people might know in the room, they used to actually have 2 shifts. I remember the parking actually used to be pretty tough. They used to have 2 shifts and close to 175 employees. I think they're down to about 25 employees now, and they're holding their own for the 25 employees, and they're selling, one of the things they sell is a soldering gun, and they still use them around the world. So I just like to have a little infomercial tonight on 2 safety things. My heart's broken on, most of you know, swimming accidents and tragedies already this year. I'm not sure if I got it right. There's 5 tragedies already that I know in the state of New Jersey swimming. The old saying, if you can't swim, know where you're at, be careful, and use some good guidance on if you're going to be jumping into a pond or going out in the ocean or swimming, be careful. One other thing is something I always tell my neighbors, everybody puts an air conditioning unit, whatever, just in the window. 2 things. My father used to say, put 2 wooden sticks in the window. One, it gives you a little security so someone just can't open up your air conditioner, slide it, pull it out, and go in the house. And potentially, if that air conditioning falling from a 2nd, 3rd floor,
Yeah.
It forces the window down and it gives you a little security. And then, you know, Jody's been following this. I want to give for Jody on June 28th, the Small Business Committee will be meeting June 28th at her business, Joe and Jody's on Chester Street. I think 7 o'clock we meet, so on the 28th. Other than that's the end of my report. You can reach me at Joe Signorella at rosapark.net or 908-721-6488. It's the end of my report, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilman Conley?
Thank you there, Acting Mayor. First and foremost, I want to wish all the gentlemen a happy Father's Day Sunday. And I'm looking forward to the fireworks on the 1st. And I want to wish everybody a happy 4th of July. And I want to actually celebrate this because the last month or so, I was complaining about the grass and the maintenance on the yards. And I was walking around with my dog, and I was pleasantly surprised that all the properties that I was complaining about went above and beyond and did a great job. And I'm happy to see that, and I hope the rest of the borough does the same thing. I know it's difficult with the rain and the weather. This is global warming. It's crazy. Texas is 112 degrees. I was talking to my sister the other day, and plus the humidity. So it's difficult. So I want to thank you all for that. Also, I want to thank Councilmember Gregory Johnson for attending the American Legion meeting in Wildwood. You know, it's a lot of information, and it's so much, it's overwhelming, you know, especially now with all the veterans coming home and having the same thing I came home with, but now they have, you know, programs where they could enter. And I really express those that are listening to this, if you feel you have a problem, please come talk to us. We will help you and guide you in the right way. It took me a long time. It took me 20 years. But we have programs now, and we have help centers. We have housing if they need it, actually. So please contact us at American Legion Post 60 in Roselle Park. Also, I just like to thank the Finance Committee for the budget they came up with since 1985, you know, and I noticed a lot of residents on Facebook, you know, saying, why is it $20, $25 and whatever cents? We do the best, they do the best they can do, you know, and it's also the school and so forth that adds on top of this. But I want to congratulate them, each and every one of you, Chairman Joe Petrowski and Greg and Jay. Great job. And that's it, man. That's it.
Thank you. Okay. First of all, I want to send condolences out to Mark Adamson. He was the husband of Karen Kay. I went to school with Karen. She's a 1975 graduate of Roselle Park High School. Lena Stawash, she owned a salon in Roselle Park. And Mr. Spence, I had the honor to graduate with his daughter, Pamela. And also Mr. Spence lost his son in the Vietnam War. He was 50 years ago. So, and I attended that memorial service because I was schoolmates with Pamela Spence. So he was 97. So, you know, God bless him. June 4th, I attended the Pride Flag raising ceremony. 6th, I had the fire department meeting, again, mostly about maintenance of the tree buildings. On the 7th was primary day, like Councilman Johnson said. My heart goes out to everyone that steps up to the plate It's not an easy thing to do, you know, but I do give credit, and congratulations to the winners, and the losers, they're not losers.
No.
I give them a lot of credit for coming out, so
It's a lot.
hopefully, you know, you come back, you know, you don't give up and you try it again, so. June 8th was recreation. We will not be meeting in July, but we will meet in August meeting. And they're gonna have a stand at the fireworks, like that, so, again, mostly about, you know, there's a lot, we're getting ready for next year, and everything like that, so, today I attended joint sewer. We voted, it was a quick meeting. We voted on the contracts, and we also decided to have a July meeting. Usually in the past, they didn't meet in July and August, but we're gonna meet in July. There's a lot going on. On the 30th, I attended the Memorial Day Parade, and then afterwards, I stopped down to American Legion, and I was treated very well by Councilman Johnson and his group. But I thanked them, and it's a day that we pay tribute to veterans, so I was very happy to be part of it. On July 1st, the fireworks, the field will open up at 5. The fireworks actually start at dusk, and if by chance it rains, the rain date will be July 5th. Movie night will start in July. It'll be July 6th, 13th, 20th, and 27th. You know, 8 o'clock. The movie usually starts about 8:45. So, you know, so again, the July 6th, 13th, 20th, and 27th. I want to wish everyone a happy Father's Day. You know, and also I want to thank Johnny Clark for the American Legion Post 60. He donated, which he told me he does every year, he donated a cake with a picture of the American flag. Unfortunately, Johnny wasn't feeling good, so he couldn't make it to the thing, but he asked me to pick him up, pick up the cake from him, and I dropped it off.
We surely appreciate you dropping it off.
Yeah, great guy. Johnny was a Vietnam veteran in the Marines, and he was also a former Grand Marshal, but I love that guy.
He was a tunnel rat.
Yeah. I know you heard a lot about the budget, but again, as chairman, I am very proud of my committee. Thank you. Again, thank you, Ken and Andrew, for all your, and the department heads. They, you know, again, they came together and helped us out. So again, it's the lowest.
With no services lost.
And no service lost. So again, you know, I want to thank my committee and Andrew and Ken. Thank you very much. If you need to get a hold of me, you can get me at jpetrosky@rosellepark.net, 908-666-7821, and that's my report. Okay,
If I may, I just want to
Sure.
apologize for not being able to attend the Boy Scouts. Unfortunately, I'm a supervisor in my department, and for some of the bigger cases, without going too much into detail, I was not forced, but I had an obligation to travel to Las Vegas, and I actually just came back last night. But good news is next year I'm projected to be retiring, so Roselle Park will have me wholeheartedly, and I'll be everywhere.
Congratulations.
I saw your name on the list. You're interested in joining the fire department, huh?
Oh!
I will be very active. I'll leave it at that.
Thank you, Council. Mr. Clerk, please read all the mayor's appointments into the record, please.
Yes, sir. Appointing Tim Coakley of 116 McGee Avenue, Roselle Park, New Jersey, as chairperson of the Roselle Park Environmental Commission pursuant to Section 2-34.2A1 for a term set to expire December 31st, 2022.
Okay, public portion. May I have a motion to open the public portion on any subject?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
No, I thought we missed something, I'm sorry.
He's got it covered.
I thought we missed something.
Senior moment.
If you would like to speak, please come forward to the microphone and state your name and address for the record.
He was over here.
Bob De La Rosa, 706 Galloping Hill Road. Mr. Mayor and council members, I come this evening not to complain about my taxes or what's happening in town, but to praise and thank first our police department and then our fire department. On May the 24th, my son David celebrated his 46th birthday. On May the 25th, he was involved in a serious motorcycle accident on West Clay. On May the 26th, he was pronounced brain dead and died. I was home when this took place. The police department, mainly Lieutenant Pitts and members of the fire department, Adam Moore, came to inform me and rushed me down to the hospital, where I stayed with him until he was transferred to UMD at 11 p.m. Two members of the fire department, namely Steve Thompson and Dave LaGrua, stayed with me until I left at 11 o'clock. I can never say thank you enough to Chief Dan McCaffrey and his department, especially Lieutenant Pitts and Lieutenant Wilkins, for everything they did for me to honor David. Next is the Roselle Park Fire Department and its chief, Ray Parento. The honor they paid David was something outstanding. David was a member for about 10 years of the Central Engine Company before he left. And even after he left, if there was a fire and David was around, David would go to the scene and help. David truly loved being on the fire department. Then comes Mayor and Council. Thank you for the kind words that you've said about him. And of course, to Master Peter and his lovely wife, Mary Grace. Thank you for being there and taking care of David the same way you took care of my wife 2.5 years ago. There's a saying, in sad times, there are rays of sunshine. My ray was, David was an organ donor. His heart went to someone in Maryland. His kidneys went to 2 people, and his liver went to someone else. So 4 people are walking around today because of David. My God, what a gift. Thanks to all my family, my friends, David's friends, for paying him this big respect. Jennifer, David's girlfriend, actually fiancée, thank you for being with me from the bottom of my heart through all of this. I have become a very big supporter of organ donation. The New Jersey Sharing Network is the group that took care of everything. Great people, great group. If anyone out there has concerns about donating or becoming a donor, and you see me around town, which I'm around quite a bit, you can stop me and I'll try to answer any questions you may have. At his Mass, our mayor and several dear friends, Ken Bloom, Andrew Kasiason, Joe Petrosky, and of course, Chief McCafferty attended. In closing, again, I want to say thank you and good night.
God bless.
Thank you, Bob. Anyone else would like to speak? Bill Crossett, 412 Galloping Hill Road. I'd also like to thank people for all the work on the budget. I've done multi-million-dollar budgets for the companies that I've worked for. I know the work that goes into it, and every dollar that you can save us on taxes is greatly appreciated. The question is, Ken, did we budget for the increase in fuel for all the departments, police, fire, DPW? And the second part of that question is, I've read a lot of articles, seen them on TV. Police departments across the country are not physically responding to non-emergency calls and taking reports by telephone. Do we know if our police department is going to be in jeopardy of having to do that?
I'll answer the gasoline part. The police part I'll leave to the administrator. The gasoline, obviously a budget. Utilities, it's an estimate. We tried to project as much as we could. It seems every day it's going up, so fingers crossed.
We're not planning on doing that.
Cool. Another question, I read an article on a fire that happened a while back at the new apartments up the road, and the article said that we brought in mutual aid. Fortunately, nobody got hurt, wasn't a lot of damage. I know a town that I worked in a long, long time ago, that if the fire departments had to go on mutual aid, they invoiced the receiving town. Do we just like play along, everybody, we participate, or do we somehow get reimbursed for our time and everything else?
Mayor, can I help that?
Yeah, I'll
Well,
let the former chief.
So we do not invoice. I've been actually a mutual aid coordinator for 30 years. We have probably Union County one of the better, and I say that with compassion, mutual aid systems in the state. And I can't answer for out of state. No, we do not invoice.
Cool.
So I want to tell you just one little thing. We have a good relationship with Kenilworth, so that's, we're somewhat small town, so we help each other out 24/7. And then depending on the size of the fire, a mutual aid, we give it and we receive it. So nobody says, well, you did this, you did that.
Right.
Short and sweet.
I was just wondering.
It's called, no.
It's called Good Neighbors.
Good neighbors.
Exactly.
Good neighbors. Good neighbors. We had a little fire a couple weeks ago on Rhoda Terrace on Memorial Day evening, Memorial Sunday. We put the fire out, everything went well, and we brought in what they'll typically bring in 2 engines and a ladder from 3 towns.
Right.
So they don't break up their whole, because we're committed. They covered us for 2 hours while we were working at the scene. And we went to Union last night for a half an hour. It's a great system.
Cool. The last question on fire is, again, in another town that I worked in a hotel, if we had false alarms, we were allowed 2 free incidents per year. And I was just wondering if we have a system for invoicing any of these apartments, buildings for false alarms and stuff like that?
So through the Fire Prevention Bureau, there is a mechanism in place for, false alarms that you're avoiding. Look, you could say we could tweak it if they're not trying to get it repaired or, to be negligent. Things do happen. If it rains, stuff like that. So I'm not sure it's just hard-nosed, go out because you have 2 false alarms, whatever the conditions is. And you got to see how the landlord is, if they're responsible, they're good to us. It's all the above. So, yeah, there is something if they don't want to fix it, but most of the time it works out.
And Councilman Johnson, if you could thank the chief. I've seen our patrol cars union, Elizabeth, doing all kinds of good stuff on Galloping Hill Road. You had some help on Galloping Hill Road. It does seem to be getting worse this time of year with the extra noise from motorcycles and
cars that think they're at the old Englishtown Raceway. But I've seen them out there, all three jurisdictions, and they're doing great. The last thing I got is, I read an article today, this is not our town, but the Woodbridge Animal Shelter, am I at time?
Excuse me, your time is up, sir.
Okay.
But I was allowing him to continue because the council took some of his time to answer my question.
It's all included.
This will be very quick. It's an article I read today.
Last comment, and then
If you're an animal lover, the Woodbridge Animal Shelter has some dogs that are in need, and what they're looking for is multiple volunteers from the public for just 30 minutes. You saw that article?
Yeah.
Just 30 minutes of your time, just to sit with the dogs. Don't play with them, don't talk to them. It's a good article, but if you're interested in helping them, just give them a call. Thank you.
Thank you.
I would also like to respond to the last comment. I personally wrote a letter to the director from Elizabeth, and I know for certain that the chief also had communications about Galloping Hill Road. So I know they've been exercising strategies trying to alleviate some of the concerns there.
They're doing great. I hope they can keep it up.
It's good hearing that. Thank you.
Morning to see him out there.
Is there anyone else that would like to speak? Seeing none, may I have a motion to close the public portion of this, on any subject?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
There are no matters for closed session this evening. May I have a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, and just a reminder, July 21st is our next meeting.